Hello everyone, Basic Ollie here. Hope you're all doing well and welcome to this SimLab EVO rig review. Now, I want to give you a bit of context before we get this review underway. SimLab very kindly sent me an email and offered to work in partnership with myself to send me this stuff so I could do a review on it. Now, I'm going to be as honest as I can and I'm going to mention the good points and the bad points, and I feel like that's absolutely the right thing to do. So, just so you're all aware that this was sent to me for free. I didn't pay for any of this stuff. They did send it to me for free, which I'm extremely grateful for. But at the same time, I need to be clear and honest with you. So with that in mind, let's crack on with the video. And first things first, let's talk price. Okay. So when it comes to this rig here, there are a few competitors, two in particular that I want to talk about, because the main thing is we want to look at how good this thing is and how it compares price-wise to other rigs, because the main thing when anyone is looking for a rig is the price. The price, first and foremost, always comes into consideration. It's the biggest factor. So let's have a look. Overall, this rig, to me, it's pretty good value compared to other stuff that's on the market. It's not the best, but it's still pretty damn good. So the three companies we'll looking at SimLab, we'll look at Next Level, and we'll look at GTMA, because they're the three big, I would say, kind of cockpit, companies that make rigs these days for sim racing. So the one we're looking at here is the SimLab GT1 EVO sim racing cockpit. The cockpit itself costs €404, just above that. But one thing you do have to take in consideration is that you'll have to pay for the seat separately. The seat is separate. The bucket seat is also separate, the thing that actually attaches the thing to the rig, and a slider, so to actually move the seat backwards and forwards. That you'll have to add to the total price as well. So with the rig, which is 404, the speed free seat, which is the one I'm currently sat in and I've got, is 359, and the bucket seat bracket is 35.96, or with the slider, it's €70. All in all, with that put all together with shipping, is €833. I live in the UK. Well, it's actually £833, sorry. I live in the UK, so it's a lot with shipping. It's 81 euros for shipping, which is a little bit of a nightmare, but that's our fault. So don't worry about that. I don't know what it'll be like for anyone else in the EU or anyone outside of it or whatnot. So all figures put together, converted into pounds and shipped to my address is £801. So to get the rig, the seat, the brackets, and the slider, £801, which in today's market is pretty good. That is with a 10% discount right now, actually, because of Black Friday. Now, next competitor is Next Level Racing. I've had a look on their website, had a look what they've got. £750 for their closest rig as such, and that's without the seat. And as soon as you add a seat, it's £450. So yeah, big money. And you can't even order it off their website. You can't touch it. You can't order it. You have to go through a retailer, and any retailer you just really struggle to have it in stock. So yeah, that is where the SimLab stuff really has a big advantage, and all the stuff seems to be in stock, which is really impressive. So value for money wise, yeah, very good so far with SimLab. The next one is the GT Omega Prime. This is a very popular seat, and that comes in at £720. with free shipping, which is very impressive. So it is cheaper than the SimLab one. So that might be something you want to take in consideration when you're looking at the next rig. So this one in particular then, let's just say you've had a look at all three and you thought, you know what, I'm going to go and buy the GT1 EVO, the review we're doing right now. Shipping wise, it took 3 days, essentially, for my stuff to come. Very quick, very quick indeed. Surprisingly quick, because it came from the Netherlands, got through, passed all the checks, and 3 days it took, which is pretty damn good. Yours might obviously vary, but just from my personal experience, it took 3 days. So shipping, thumbs up, absolutely mega. The build itself, building the rig, which is something everyone dreads, to be honest with you. I certainly never enjoy building them. I never have, and never will. I'm not too clued up on that kind of stuff. So when it comes to ordering this, I know a lot of people will be worried about, how easy it is to build, because it would be one of my considerations. Instructions could be clearer. There's a little bit of lack of information in it. They have set up videos for every single part of the build, which is really good. You've got YouTube videos. You know, they've got a whole YouTube channel on how to set the rig up, which is very, very helpful. But you'll need the YouTube video and the manual at the same time. So I highly recommend you do that, because without it, you can't really do one without the other. I don't think you need them to be put together. So the build wise, bit of a hassle, but for me, all rigs are. None of them are particularly simple, anyways, in my opinion. Next thing I want to talk about is the actual quality of the equipment that I've got. The quality is very, very good. The quality is good. You pay £800. Well, I pay £800, and you get £800 worth of stuff. It's very, very good. I asked in my Discord what's some of the stuff that people look for when they're buying a rig, and someone put flexibility, how much it flexes. This thing doesn't flex for nothing. It is very, very, very good. It doesn't really flex at all. So if you're looking for something that's really sturdy, this is the rig for you. It is very, very sturdy indeed. One thing as well, people mentioned as well, is upgrades. Bit of a touchy subject for me. Upgrade-wise, there's lots of stuff you can do. There's lots of stuff. But I had basically, when they first contacted me, they said, what stuff have you got? And I said, I got Fanatec DD Pro and some Fanatec V3 pedals. Okay? Now, all the stuff came, but 4 days later, I got an email from another company saying, we'd love you to try our pedals. Excellent, thought, fantastic. Pedals arrived just after the rig. Go put the pedals on. So, surprise, surprise, they don't fit. The plate that you put your pedals on is not compatible. So that kind of annoyed me. I've got to be honest. I don't know why the plate is not universal. On their website, they have a list of all the stuff that is compatible with the rig, in terms of like Fanatec stuff, Azatec stuff, what's compatible. Annoyingly, the pedals that I got sent are not compatible with this rig. It's not SimLab's fault, and it's not the pedals company's fault. Because they asked me what set I had, and I had the Fanatec V3s, and they just happened to get those pedals afterwards. So if you're looking to upgrade your stuff in the future, say you have the setup that I have, like a DD Pro with V3s, and you've got this rig, and you want some Azatec sim racing pedals, you're going to have to change the whole rig. The seats will be fine, because you can just detach it and then put it on the new rig, but you'll have to buy a whole new rig. And that costs a lot of money, of course. So upgrade-wise, bit of a pain. If you're going to go for it, I would certainly go for the model up on this one, which, can fit more pedals. So do be wary. But apart from that, pretty good. The only thing that's kind of is a little bit iffy is the pedal plate. I don't understand why they're not universal. I don't get it. It's a bit annoying that you have to pay extra, really, just for the plate pedals to fit every kind of pedal that you can think of. So yeah, that's a little bit annoying, but apart from that, it's all good. Overall quality of the product is fantastic. I can't fault it. I'm very, very happy with it. I can't lie to you. And yeah, a few things to consider if you are looking to get into this. From my personal experience, I've had this for about a week now. The seat for sim racing, endurance racing, the seat is very comfy. It's sturdy. I'd like to have a little bit of a recliner option. Maybe that's just me being a bit of a diva or whatnot, but because I'm sure seats in real racing cars don't really have a recliner as such. But yeah, this one's rock solid. So if you're looking for it to move the actual seat itself to recline backwards and forwards, that's not a thing. That don't happen on this seat. But yeah, that is one thing I will take. That's one thing I will say. The seat as well is pretty comfy. After about 4 or 5 hours though of being sat in the rig, as I noticed when I did my 6 hours of monitor at the weekend, it can get a little bit uncomfortable. You do start to get a little bit of a numb bum, to put it politely. But that could be down to preference. Yeah, that maybe I've just eaten too many takeaways, but yeah, it is comfy, but over the long duration, it will get a little bit uncomfortable. So do take that into consideration. But you could also argue what rig doesn't get uncomfortable after a certain amount of time. So yeah, just trying to think of anything else that I can include in this. Really, overall thoughts. I would say I'm happy with this rig. I'm very, very happy with this rig. Sturdiness is really good. Value for money is pretty damn good as well, especially with the Black Friday stuff on. The only thing, my only two pet peeves is the fact that if you want to have a wider range of pedals that will fit on your rig, you have to go for the next rig up, which will cost you considerably more. But if you're not looking to upgrade and you're very happy with the set that you've got, you know you can save yourself 400-500 quid or whatnot, and just stick with this rig, which I'm sure many people will be happy with. And yeah, I wish it was just a little bit more comfortable over a long distance, but I do a lot of endurance racing, so yeah, that's about it. Oh, and the fact that you have to buy the brackets for the seat and the actual bar to push the seat forwards and backwards, you have to buy that all in one package. It's not like you buy the seat and then it comes with the seat. It's like a separate purchase. Don't know why. Don't like it, but it's clear as day when you try and add it to your seat. It does recommend you add these products as well. So, it's an added cost, but still, when it all comes together, value for money, pretty damn fantastic. So, overall, I really enjoy it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, you've enjoyed this review as well. I've tried not to get too technical with it. I've just tried to give a review from my point of view, like a sim racer's point of view. The important things like the value for money, build quality, upgradability, shipping time, prices, flex, stuff like that. And I hope I have covered the basics of what people are looking for when they are looking to buy a rig. Any questions, please let me know in the comments down below and I'll try and answer them. But thanks very much for watching this review. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this. And I'll also leave a link at the bottom if you have bought one and you need a video as such to show you how to set the rig up. I'll leave that in the description as well. But thanks very much, everyone. Take care. Ta-da.